Hola chicas, welcome back to another episode. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Monique, and today on this episode we're talking about identifying your body shape. So here are the shapes that I teach my students when they're designing their line or dressing their target customer. So go ahead and identify your shape, and then we'll go into detail on how to dress your body type. So the pear shape is when your hips are larger than the bust and the waist has a gradual slope to the hips. Now the triangle shape is very similar. Your bottom half, your hips and your bottom are larger than your bust, and the waist is a lot smaller. There's no gradual slope in our triangle. Now a rectangular shape is when the hips and the bust are basically the same size. You're very straight. The waist is not very defined. Now the next one is inverted triangle or upside down triangle, and this is where your bust is larger than your hips. And the waist is not very well defined in this. You're pretty much straight from the waist down. An hourglass is where the bust is larger than the hips and the waist is very small. It's very well defined to create that hourglass figure. So our last two shapes are round and diamond, and they're pretty much similar. Let me explain the differences. So in the round shape, your waist is larger than both your bust and your hips. The hips in this shape are narrow compared to your shoulders, and your breasts are an ample in size. Now the last one, the diamond shape, the waist again is larger than both the bust and the hips, but the difference is your shoulders are narrow compared to your hips, and this is where your bust is a small to medium in size. So let's talk about how to dress your shape. So for the pear, you want to accentuate your upper body by adding volume at the waist. Since your bottom is heavy, you want to avoid anything that's going to give you more volume on your hips and your butt. So stay away from any ruffles or poofy tulle. And focus on fitted tops, boat necks, or off the shoulder. Also balance out the focal point at the top. So any structured shoulders, princess lines, flutter sleeves, or heavy embellishment at the bust or shoulders are great. So a rectangular shape, we need to create the illusion of volume. Always nip in the waistline, wear dresses that are well defined at the waist, and then create the volume either at the top or the bottom to create the illusion of curves. And you can do this by wearing either fringe or flowy bubble tops. And even at the bottom of the skirt, you can wear flowy tulle or fringe at the bottom of the skirt to create that illusion of curves. For the inverted triangle, we want to create a balance from our wide shoulders and bust. And you can do this by wearing a well-defined waistline, either with your skirt or your dresses, and adding more volume. A-line cuts at the bottom is a great way to add volume. You can also use your ruffles or tulle at the bottom to create a well-balanced, or you can also wear dark colors at the top or a low, narrow V-neck to take the focal point from the wide shoulders. For hourglass figure, always accentuate your waistline. A wide belt is always a great way to show off your lovely figure. Also, form-fitting tops and dresses or wrap style dresses are also very complementary to your figure. And our last two, round and diamond shape. For both of these, we want to define a waistline and create curves. So belts, wide belts are also a great way to accentuate the waist. For our round shape, let's stick with tops that taper at the waist. Also, a wide square or V necklines are also very complementary. Stay away from round necklines. Wrap tops and also anything with a vertical detail that elongates your midsection is also flattering. For our diamond shape, we'd like to create a balance from the shoulders and the hips and the bust. So add your fullness to your upper body, and you can do this by wearing off the shoulder, boat necks, or any attention to detail like embellishment or ruffles. If you're curvier at the hips and thighs and smaller on top, like Beyonce or Jennifer Lopez, the key to finding the perfect swimsuit is to balance your proportions and getting the coverage you need at the bottom half. Choose bottoms that fall just below the largest part of your upper leg and avoid those boy shorts or thick banded bottoms. The extra fabric will cause more attention. And don't forget, plunging necklines are always eye-catching and will draw the eyes upward. If you're straight up and down with very few curves like Cameron Diaz or Jennifer Aniston, the name of the game is playing up your curves with illusion. So pick tops and bottoms with bold prints, ruffles, and embellishment to create curves. Manikinis will do wonders. This one piece is strategically slashed at the waist to create a waistline. Don't forget, side-tied bikinis can also create the illusion of curves. If you have a small bust like Kate Hudson around an A or B cup, this means you require less chest support. So look for styles with minimal coverage and heavy embellishment at the top, like bows or patterns that create illusion. Don't forget, those triangle tops can also create the illusion of curves. And smaller bust also means you can wear those teeny tiny scoop tops or bandeaus, so embrace them, ladies. If you have a larger bust like Katy Perry or Sofia Vergara, it just means you need more support. So opt for suits with underwire or molded cups to give those girls an extra support. And don't forget, avoid any ruffles or embellishment at the top to minimize the focal point of your chest. Also, a higher back can also give you better support to keep those girls up. Are you curvier throughout, like a full bust, hips and thighs, like Scarlett Johansson or Kim K? Try wearing an asymmetrical suit that draws the eyes towards the neckline, or also color blocking that can highlight your shape, or high-waisted bottoms can also accentuate your curves. And lastly, tummy concealing for round or diamond shape. Shearing works wonders, so the gathered fabric will hide any bulges and create a defined waistline. Also, the crossover or wrap styles will create the illusion of a waist or curves. And if you carry your weight on the lower part of your belly, try the high-waisted bottoms. That's all I have for you today, girls. I hope this information is valuable to you and you all look fabulous in the way you dress your body shape. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, follow us on our social media, and leave any comments and feedback if you'd like to hear anything else. Until next time.